Hello, in this video, today I'm going to be bringing you a comprehensive but simply put guide for the map TV station inside of Breakout. I've had a few people ask me to do this map, and I've never really done any guides on it before. I've done some routes and some like other types of tip videos for other maps, but I don't think I've really ever done anything for TV, and it's the map that I've absolutely played the most. It's my main. Literally every single stream, if you guys have ever clicked on it, you probably watched me only play TV station. So I figured, why not do a comprehensive guide for it? This is really going to be just a general baseline video. However, I will differentiate if I'm talking about lockdown or forbidden, but the general rules for this guide work for either or, so you can kind of work off of lockdown using this video, and you can also use this video totally for forbidden. It works the exact same. Just understand that forbidden is a little bit more ratty, a little bit more intense, and also it's usually always people running T6 ammo in that. So starting off with the gear section, before you even get into the game, you want to gear up your character and your gun. I would really recommend a minimum of tier 4 armor for the helmet and also the chest armor, but T3 armor works if you're in a pinch or if you're just, you know, losing T4 continuously over and over and you're tired of it, or if you don't want to really run T4 or T5 because you have a little bit of gear fear. It's understandable and it's fair. T3 will work for you on this map. It's just going to be a little bit more risky, 100%. Now moving on to the actual bullets for your guns. Really any gun that is good in your hands is going to be the gun that's good for this map. I know people that snipe on this map, I know people that use shotguns. It really does not matter, but the bullets do kind of matter, and I would really recommend a minimum of T4 bullets, but T3 you can get by on this map, just mainly in the lockdown, not in the forbidden zones. T3 you're going to get your ass busted in the forbidden zone. For lockdown, T3 to T4 can work, and then I would really recommend T5 bullets. That's what I always run against players, whether I'm running lockdown or forbidden. I always run T5, but again, it kind of really depends on your budget. If you have to run T3 to 4 bullets, you can totally do it, but I really just recommend using those bullets for the bots, and then tier 4 to 5 for the players. Again, tier 6 on forbidden, of course. They actually spawn into the game. You really just need to work with the location that you're given, but you always are going to want to move towards general or director's office. The more annoying spawns for this map are going to be on the first floor, especially in the garage or in the kitchen. I really don't like fights down there. I know some people do. I think Sade is an absolute Chad in the kitchen. He loves it down there, but for me personally, I like always trying to get upstairs and taking the high ground on the enemies, even if it means long wrapping, because occasionally whenever we spawn garage, what we like to do is we like to long wrap first floor towards directors. Sounds a little bit risky, but it honestly works out more times in our favor than not, because we're pushing out of a bad area and kind of getting up to the high ground and getting up to the hottest spot in the map also right from the get-go. If you do spawn on the opposite side and you try to do this long wrap, though, one thing to remember is you're always going to have a team that's going to spawn by directors, so expect them to be there, or at least be nearby. Now, if you are the team that spawns near directors, running straight there and holding down the fort or the hill is the best option, and then a rotation towards general is usually the best move once you guys hit all the safes or don't hear anyone coming towards you. If you obviously hear enemies towards reading or recording, you can obviously go that way and rotate towards there, but usually general is always the best move because there's another free safe and another locked room right there, and there's also the second hottest area in the map in my opinion, so going from directors over to general is usually going to be able to pick you off a fight or two. After you do this first rotation, this is where the kind of game goes into your own hands, and you just kind of want to move according to the game, how it plays that time. Every game obviously is super unique and will play out differently, but for the most general part, if you do this rotation, things will work out for you. The general areas that you can go from general office is over to the setup through treatment. There's usually going to be a team that might be ratting down the hall in loading area, so that is something that you're going to have to watch out for if you do a rotation towards setup. You can also rotate down the elevator hallway, kind of go back around towards directors, and then move towards reading or recording. This is a really risky move, and I don't really ever do this, but I do know that it is a solid wrap because it is something that people are not going to expect, especially if you just came from directors and they heard you move towards general. They're definitely not going to expect you to wrap back towards the way you came. You can also go to the middle, or you can just go straight over to the extract. Unless it's forbidden, then you have to wait the full 10 minutes or just go pull the switch or the elevator, but you have to be careful because the timers are different for lockdown and forbidden. I'll get into that a little bit later. Like I said, you can also go to the middle. The middles, safes, and bosses are really annoying sometimes because they'll give up your position quite a bit. So if you can take them out here and there, like just pick off 1 or 2 bots or pick off the boss squad, So they'll stop shooting at you and stop making a bunch of sound. It can get really frustrating, and it will make your sound get completely blocked off sometimes just because of how much they're shooting. If you can take them out mid-game, it's totally cool, but I would honestly recommend saving those guys for the end. Saving the whole entire middle for the end, actually, and just kind of kill the bosses and check the safes when the lobby is completely clear. One easy way to tell this is with the ping. I made a whole video on this already on how to check if you're alone in the lobby. You can do this with the ping trick, or if you have a Chad team, or if you are the Chad yourself, then you'll be able to tell when the lobby is clear. The ping trick, I made a whole video on. I'll leave the pinned comment if you guys do want to go check that out, but I'll give a quick rundown. Basically what you are doing is you're waiting for your ping to drop super low. The easiest way to always tell is when it hits 16 ms, you are alone, or if it holds 20 for at least like more than 5 to 10 seconds. It's safe to say you're alone. There's also a few other ways to tell on higher pings, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Like I said, I'll make a pinned comment and you guys can go check that video out. The best safes in the entire map, or the post-production, the editing, the planning room, and the director's room. There are also 3 free safes around the maps. I'm sure you guys have already played enough to know exactly where they all are. I'll try to see during this time that I'm talking right now if I can leave a clip for each of them, but regardless, the first one is in the interview room, the second one is in the director's right next to the key card, and then the third one is going to be in the general office right next to the other key. This is the best map for safes in the entire game. It's hands down, no doubt about it. I know a lot of people would like to argue that Armory is better. Armory doesn't have as many safes, and it definitely doesn't have as many electronics, so I would have to say TV Station gives you the best bang for your buck on keys, and if you're just trying to go in there with no keys, you want to hit some safes, there's 3 electronics for you on TV to hit. Now, with the extracts, I don't really ever take the elevator. It is nice on lockdown, and occasionally we actually will use it. I lied, we do take it sometimes, but for the most part, 99% of the time, I don't really ever use it. I use the main extract. I try and make sure the lobby is clear every time before I ever get out of the lobby because I like checking safes, and I don't really like checking safes if the lobby's not clear. So most times I'll just take the main, but you can totally take the elevator. Keep in mind, lockdown is a way shorter timer. I think it's like 30 seconds for lockdown. I don't know the exact time on Forbidden. Someone can let me know, but I know it's way longer, so just keep that in mind. Don't hop right in the elevator when you call it. Wait a few seconds and then get in there, because probably someone's going to be waiting for a nade. Also, with the loading dock switch, keep in mind that you hit it on the stairs right next to setup, and most times there's always going to be a camper at the switch or at the main extract. You always have to expect rat campers on this map when it comes to extracting. There's always going to be someone somewhere waiting for you. Main extract has a huge problem with this loading dock switch, not so much, but there will still be a camper at the loading dock switch here and there occasionally. I definitely ran into it on the China server and at least 1 or 2 times on global. Also, for the actual extracts themselves, remember that the lockdown has a 10-second extract. Forbidden Zone has a 20-second extract. If you play Forbidden already a bunch, you already know this, but lockdown has a 10-second extract, so make sure you give yourself enough time to actually get out, especially if you're trying to wait it up to the very last second and not MIA. Remember these times. Other than that, there's not really much more that I could personally tell you on a guide to get better at the map. It's literally just playing it and understanding how the map plays itself, how you can maneuver around the map, and how you can actually play the map and get better at it. Once you figure out that the spawns are important, but they don't exactly matter for this map, you can make it happen with anywhere that you start. And once you take the hill at general office or directors, you will have a good setup for the rest of the game, and then it's up to you and your own skills in that exact match. If there are any little secret tips or tricks or things that I just kind of missed for this map, please drop them in the comments. I know you guys will help out so many other people, and you guys will also help me out by covering stuff that I completely just brain farted on for this video. Anyway, I thank you guys for clicking on this video at all. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't dropped a like yet, subscribe to the channel. Both of those things really do help me out a ton. My name is Intense. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of the day. Peace.